Hi there, I'm Julie Tam, managing broker of Lynn Realty in Houston, Texas, and thank you for joining my weekly Wednesday video series, Smarter Real Estate, where I take you on some of my real estate adventures and teach you to be a smarter buyer, seller, tenant, or landlord. All right, so let's get started. This week, I am showing you something that I've never done before in my life, which is actually related to real estate, and that is to sell things that I no longer want from my own home. All right, so how is this applicable to being a smarter a real estate person? Not someone who's practicing real estate, but someone who may be doing something related to real estate. In this case, if you are trying to sell your home or to rent out your home and you're still living there and therefore your personal belongings are still in the home, how do you make your home look the best and have it be staged as well as possible in order to sell it? Well, today I'm focusing on one area, which is your closet. This applies, of course, to all areas of your home. The less clutter and mess that you have, and of course, the cleaner your home is, the neater and more organized, the better it will look. And obviously, that will appeal to more potential buyers or renters. And your closet is an important place as well. A lot of people forget about kind of more hidden places like closets, drawers, cabinets, and pantries. Now, earlier I did other videos about how to con Marie, borrowing from the famous TV show host, how to con Marie some drawers by reorganizing them and sorting them in certain ways. And then I also showed how to use plastic containers from to-go's, like from restaurants, to reorganize drawers. These are things that I just, did on my own and figured out on my own. It's not hard, it's common sense. So definitely check out some of those older videos when you have a chance. But today I'm focusing on your closet. So things that are hanging up in your closet, your clothing. So your closet's really important because what is one of the most important things to a potential buyer or renter? Closet space, right? People have more and more things these days, and especially clothing and shoes and accessories. So they want to have a place to store them. And let me tell you, the more cluttered your closet is, the smaller it will look because it's just filling up so much space that when the person walks in, they don't see a lot of empty and open space. All they see is, wow, this closet is just full of stuff. And so it's actually the opposite of what you might think. You might think that, well, if I have so much stuff in my closet, it shows people just how much the closet can hold, but that's really not the case. If it's strategically laid out with just the right amount of stuff, then it's going to show off not only how much you can store in it, you don't have to show the maximum amount that you can store in it, but it also shows the potential of the extra empty space where things could fit, okay? So I have two pretty sizable walk-in closets in our master bedroom in our home. I'm going to take you into one of them. This is the closet that I primarily use. Our son and I have invaded part of my husband's closet because he doesn't have as many clothes. And so he probably has use of about half of his closet. But I'm not going into his closet today. I'm just going to focus on the first of the two closets that we have and show you what I am doing. Okay, so obviously there are a lot of options when it comes to selling your clothes. You can go online, you can go to a consignment store, a physical location, you can donate, you can give it as a hand-me-down to relatives or friends. So there's lots of different options, and today I'm going to explore one particular one. So without further ado, let me take you into my closet and explain to you what I've been working on. So I have a good amount of clothes, as you can see, and stuffed animals. And as of now, and this is only about, I would say it's more than half of the clothes. It's definitely a majority of the clothes, but I have some more, mainly formal wear, things like that, occupying pretty much an entire width like that in my husband's closet. So here's the issue here. I don't have a lot of clothes in that, these are clothes that I just don't feel like wearing. I'm not a shopaholic. I buy and, contain myself to, clothes that I'm going to wear pretty frequently and that are going to be useful for me. But these are clothes that I want to get rid of because I no longer fit into them. How many of you have that problem out there? I'm sure some of you are lucky and haven't gained weight over the years, so you don't have that problem. But I am one to keep my clothes for a very long time. I have some clothes from middle and high school still, and I'm 38 years old as of the taping of this video, and that still fit. They're tops that were a little bit looser back then, so now they're just a little bit tighter now, but they still work. And they're, more simple, kind of solid color pieces that are not outdated. So I still wear them. I wear clothes usually until they develop a hole or a tear or something in them that basically it no longer works for me. And so then at that point, I just take it to one of those bins that you see in the parking lots for clothing recycling so that someone else can repurpose it somehow. But clothes that I outgrow, I've been passing them down to a few nieces of mine, but they're unfortunately getting very tall. One of them is already taller than me, so I can't do any hand-me-downs anymore. And these clothes that I'm going to talk about today are mostly professional clothes from my days as a TV anchor and reporter in the news when I was very slim. Okay, I'm only 5 feet tall, and I was only like shy of 100 pounds. I was anywhere from about 95 to like 102 pounds. And unfortunately, I've gained some weight since then. So while I used to wear size, 0 or even 00, XXS, now I'm kind of more in the sometimes extra small, but more like small range or size 2 to 4. So I just can't fit, and I don't see myself anytime in the near future fitting back into those old clothes. So we know that as clothes sit for too long, they start to degrade. The material can change textures, especially if you have certain plastics, rubbers or synthetics. They can start dissolving, start flaking, melting, not melting as in with heat, but just really, changing texture over time because it's just been around for too long. I've had soles of shoes, like the bottoms of the shoes literally just crumble as I'm walking across a parking lot because they're so old. And then that's really bad. Now you have a shoe that's fallen apart and you're out for a while for the rest of the day. So I don't want that to happen to my old clothes because that would be really sad and quite a waste. So I'd rather go ahead and try to sell them, and hopefully someone else can find these clothes useful for them to be successful in their careers. These clothes are very special to me. They've seen a lot. They've traveled a lot. They've covered many stories and faced all sorts of people, famous people, well-known people, from Troy Aikman to Hillary Clinton, you name it. And so these clothes have, if clothes could talk, these clothes have seen a lot. So I really hope they go to a good home. And so I'm going to show you how I've previously organized my clothes and how it makes it easier now for me to put them up for sale. So I've got these garment bags and I've grouped bunches of clothes together, and basically I've labeled them with a piece of paper that says what's inside. So I know, for example, like business and casual pants, suit pants, back there. I have dresses, skirts. It's mainly bottoms. I also have, like, in terms of dresses, of course, it's a top and bottom. I have gained a little bit more weight on the bottom half than on the top half. So it's the bottom half stuff that I need to go ahead and sell. So I have signed up for my own account on Poshmark. So please find me there. This is my closet, and my handle, let me see if I can get in close here, is TV_news anchor. So it's all lowercase, TV_news anchor. And I use that because even though I'm not a TV news anchor anymore, I spent over 10 years of my career being one. And these are clothes primarily from that time in my life. So far, as of the recording of this video, I have 16 pieces on here, but I have dozens more to come. I've got several hundred followers. I'm following a small amount of people, and it's growing every day. So by the time you watch this video, who knows, I may have more items on here, or hopefully I've sold some items and have fewer items. But I've got all sorts of things. You'll see a lot of suit pants, like I said, dresses that are long and short. I've also got some suit skirts that I'll be listing, some shorts that are not from television, but just shorts that are, a little small. And I'm very honest. So, I put the price, that's approximate price of what I paid for the item. And I list out, of course, let's take a look at this one. XOXO, little black dress, faux suede, kind of material. And you know, basically I've reduced the price from $59 to $15. So you're literally paying only about 25% of the original price, so 75% off. Some of my items I've discounted even further, like 80% off or more. But on average, my discount is over 70% off. The clothes, for the most part, are in excellent condition. Either no blemishes, or in some cases, if there is a blemish, then I will note that and take a close-up picture of it. Like if there's a thread coming out, usually it's something tiny like that, or maybe like a centimeter sized, you know, pen mark or something from when I was out reporting and I dropped my pen on my pants. So I'm very honest about it, so you know exactly what you're getting. There's no surprises when you get the item in the mail, and I describe it. I usually try to show the label, if it's still there. In some cases, I've removed the label, and so it is either, you know, if I'm selling a pair of pants, then I show the label from the matching suit jacket that I may or may not be selling, but that way you see the, you know, washing instructions, the brand, the size, and all of that. And I show you how the item is opened, like if it's a zipper, a clasp, buttons, or whatnot, if there's a tie in the back. And I show the back and the front of the item, and I try to show closer up so you can see like the thread work, for example. And I use accurate lighting so you really can see accurately, you know, this is a red pair of Ann Taylor Loft pants. In some cases, for example, this is a size 4P, which when I first got it was way too big for me, but it was probably that they didn't have a smaller size. So I had it altered. And in some cases, I may have altered the waist and or the hem at the bottom for the length. And so what I do is I take my measuring tape and go ahead and measure to post the exact dimensions, how many inches around the waist, and also the waist to ankle measurement. So that way you know for sure what you're getting in case it's been altered and therefore it's not true to the original size. So let's see what else we have here. Oh, there are some neat pieces, for example, that you probably wouldn't be able to find, you know, in the US. Like this pair of pants is the brand Theme, not the US brand Theme, but the Hong Kong based brand, because I got this suit when I was in Hong Kong, and it is just a really nice pair of pants that I'm selling. It comes with a cool jacket too, but I still fit into that, so I want to keep that. Though, if you ever see an item on here and you're like, well, you know what, I would really like the matching jacket or the skirt that's an alternative to the pants, you know, let me know, because I may be willing to part with it if it means being able to sell the pants. But yeah, something like this, I've explained the equivalent, that size 34 is like an extra small, for example. But yeah, it's just like Asian design is very cutting edge, more futuristic. The lines, the detail, and the way it fits and slimming, that may or may not be what you're looking for, but certainly more petite people would be shopping for my clothes. And so I really, you know, list all these out. Most of them are, you know, brand names that you've heard of. For example, The Limited, Petite Sophisticate, Casual Corner, Ann Taylor, you know, White House Black Market, etc. And so, yeah, this one's quite a steal. $129 for this dress was the original price. I'm now selling for only $19. So you're saving like $110. That's pretty incredible. So yeah, check it out. Again, TV-News Anchor. I'm going to also show you another staging area for these. I've brought these garment bags out and put them on, we have a massage table in our master bedroom. So I've got, you know, like skirts in this garment bag. And basically I'm just going to be going through and one by one listing them. So I've already started, you might recognize these couple of dresses that from my Poshmark page, my closet. And then we also have the pants. So I've already listed this stack of pants here, and I've just got a couple more to go from this one garment bag. And of course I still have more garment bags. So actually I've got several more garment bags, not only in my closet, but also in our study closet. So on this side of my closet, oh, actually, these were where those bags are that I took out and put on the massage table. And then for the study closet, I've got few more garment bags as well of items. So this is a great way for you to clean out your closet and kind of do it for fun. Poshmark is kind of like a social media site. I'm not endorsing it. In fact, I'm quite new to it, but you know, you've got your followers, you can follow other people, and you can list your items on there pretty easily. You literally just log on to the app, you create an account. It can be linked to Facebook, for example, like mine is. And I just take a picture of the item to get started. And then I take a few other photos. So I tend to have maybe about half a dozen photos roughly for each item to show all the different sides so people really see the garment. I even show the inside. So for example, a lot of my suit pants have a silky lining that's very comfortable, nice and cool and soft and smooth. And so that shows the potential buyer what they'll be feeling like when they're wearing the item. And I describe it very accurately. I don't try to go overboard and, oversell the item, as something it's not. And of course, I describe the pattern. You indicate the color and the size and all of those things I mentioned a little bit earlier in the video. And then you just pick your price and list it. And, from time to time, I may have a sale, what they call a bundle. For example, if you buy 3 items, you get a certain discount. You can always make me an offer. I'm willing to negotiate if it makes sense. And I will box it up with care and wrap it up all pretty and, put in a handwritten note and send it off to you. So if you or someone else is petite in size and height, then my clothes may be just for you. I tend to buy things that are pretty timeless styles. There are some things that are a little more flashy, but nice lines, just stylish, and things that you're not going to think are outdated, even though I've worn these, potentially several years ago or longer ago. And of course, they're still in excellent condition. So anyway, if you have any questions, suggestions, or ideas for future videos, or a question about my Poshmark closet or things that I have for sale, or maybe there's something you'd like me to see or like to see me list and I haven't yet. I'm still, getting through my closet and finding that I have time to list maybe only a few items per week, I'm building the closet. And so I hope you will check it out. All right, that's about it. Please don't forget to subscribe and follow and like and continue to watch my Smarter Real Estate Weekly Wednesday video series on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you have a great rest of your week. Bye-bye now.